Welcome back to Mark's blog, 3 part 2, the end of GenCon. Okay, so GenCon is officially over. Yay! Well, it's a bit boo actually. It's been a very fun experience. Something that I've greatly enjoyed. It's been a lot of fun, and I am feeling very wrecked right now because 5 days of convention is a long time, just for anybody. Today, that's okay. I want to pick up where I left off last time. Look, the AEG 20th anniversary special was, I'm not going to say amazing. Amazing indicates that the event itself was amazing. It's more like a social get-together. So a whole lot of people who bought tickets all turned up. Lots of people in costume. As you saw before, I was in my Daikoku outfit. Turns out they didn't have a costume contest per se. They had people with costumes, and everyone who came in a costume got a copy of Love Letter, Foil Love Letter. So Leah and I both got a copy of Foil Love Letter. So that was a bit disappointing, and when they took photos, I had a Nizumi, which is a rat person, basically try to steal the show, in the same way that a goblin would. So it was a bit disappointing. But on the other hand, though, I had two really important things happen. Number one, I found someone that's going to help with some problems that I've been having in the store. So I'm going to be able to fix up a couple of issues when I get home, boys, which is fantastic. Two, I won a banner. I won one of the original L5R banners. They had a raffle, and as a couple of people will be able to attest, I love raffles. I can win raffles, apparently. So in a room full of 100+ people, I got them to call my name. So yeah, I have this giant banner, which is really cool, and obviously 20 years old, and was there at their very first championships. So it's really fantastic. It was a good night. More importantly, I have a brand new bucket. We went and had a bucket of rum last night, so that was good. For people in Australia, I mean, you're not going to. You think bucket of rum? What has he got? Bundy in a bucket? I wonder if I still have the bucket. The bucket's out in the room. Yeah, we'll get it a bit later. I'll show you. But bucket, think of 1 litre bucket that you fill with rum. Now, the rum that they have here isn't the spiced rum or the coconut rum that we have. Instead, they have flavoured rums. So, like pineapple rum, orange rum, mango rum, banana rum. So the concept is that you pour rum and you obviously have it with juice, the same way you might do some vodka or some stuff like that. So a couple of years ago when I last went, Madeline and Wayne and I went there, and we got plastered off these buckets that you're supposed to share. But we didn't read that until after we'd had 3 each. I only had 1 this time, but it was really good fun. Just being able to sit in a dingy bar and pretend we're locals, putting on some Akadaka and some In Excess. And
Heads.
Heads? Oh, thank you. Buckets of rum. In the example, which will be upside down, but that's okay, you add 1 to 3 of your favourite rums with 1 to 3 of your favourite juices. Works. Very tasty. Going to have to try to bring some back with me on the way home. What else was there that was really cool? So that was last night. Today, alright, we had the King of New York / King of Tokyo tournament. I went in the King of New York tournament. I finished 3rd. That's not too bad. I got beaten by a gentleman who just got a very obscenely broken power. Stood in Tokyo and just killed everybody. Thankfully, the old guy, who was very rude and obnoxious and had raced to 15 points, got smashed by everybody, and that made me smile, because pushy people don't deserve to win like that, so that was good. And the little kid, unfortunately, pipped me for 2nd, which was disappointing, so no plaque, nothing to bring home with that, except for I have a promotional card in Spanish for Ed. Amazing. So the rest of my day today has been spent shopping, and hell yeah, I've shopped. Unfortunately, a lot of the things have already sold out. which is disappointing. But we've got some good news for some people, some bad news for others. Let's see what we've got for the news. So for Eric and David Maurer, I have a couple. We have 2. So the store will soon have 2. Very soon. So yeah, I'll pick that up from there. To my other friends, to Bradford family. I think that's what you wanted. One brand new Firefly expansion. No, I got 2. Okay, so the Fantasy Flight booth today was a bust. By the time I got there at 11, they had already sold out of just about everything. No AGOT, no Tyranid pack for myself, no nothing. On the other hand, they did have the Star Wars stuff, so if Nathaniel happens to watch this, or the guys like Eric and Matt who may watch this, I've put in that's for Nathaniel. He's going to buy that from us because he's pre-ordered it, or he will have pre-ordered it, or you'll be able to pre-order it, and it's going to come back. We're shipping a whole lot of stuff back to the store because that's obviously so much easier. So they're going to do a lot of gifts. I've got gifts for just about everybody, especially Eric. I've got playmats. Yeah, okay, so I went to Paizo. We've had a chat. They'd like to start up UFS tournaments in Australia, but they've been going through GGD. So, but I've made a couple of contacts regarding their organised play, and they're happy to have us on board. So maybe we'll start getting those playmats in, and that won't be a bit of an issue. But I've got like 4 different playmats for you, or for people. So like a couple of Mega Man ones, and cool Mortal Kombat one, cool Starfighter, cool Street Fighter one. So lots of some really cool stuff. We bought T-shirts. We bought all sorts of things. I've got a special limited edition board game for Russell, which is like 2 out of 100 copies that'll ever be made of this game, and it's signed by the authors. So I'm looking forward for that for him. I'll try to label everything for everybody, so when you get back, you can hopefully, you'll see it. It'll be a giant box, so there'll be things in there for people, which is good. All in all, look, GenCon's been an amazing experience. Highly hope that if you're a gamer and you enjoy games, or if you enjoy not so much pop culture, it's not a Supernova, it's not a PAX, it's not a I'm going to go and I'm going to greet all these stars. They don't necessarily have all the same stars that you might normally expect, but there are games. This is a gaming convention. So whether you like role-playing games, or miniature games, or tabletop games, or whether you like card games, living games, or living card games, ECGs, 2PCGs, you name it, games. This is a convention for gamers. And yeah, I highly recommend, if anybody ever gets an opportunity to come out here and experience the wonder that is GenCon. I know Wayne took some photos, and so if you've got access to them, of him just taking photos of like, here is the gaming hall, part 1, because it's so big you can't get it in one shot, and having it full. There were apparently 70, when they finally totaled how many additional tickets they got, there were 85,000 people here. 85,000 geeks, all turning up, or nerds if you prefer that term, doesn't really matter because we're all amazing, and we all turned up, and we all play games. And that makes us all cool in my book. So, yeah, bit of a downside. Some of the distributors I did talk to weren't interested in helping us with some of the issues we've had in the store, which is okay. We know where they stand. Some of them are happy with the distributors that they currently go through, which was a bit of a shame. So the DBZ thing I couldn't help out with, guys, so I'm sorry about that. In fact, even getting the promotional material, like I thought maybe I could try to buy a couple of the golden freezers, or even just a playmat or 2, but people were very, very cagey. Yeah, which is a bit sad. Other than that, look, we move on to Chicago tomorrow. Well, no, sorry. Tomorrow we're still here. We're still in Indianapolis. We are taking it easy in many cases. We're going to spend the day packing everything up, finding a distributor, or finding a place to actually transport it all, ship it all back to the store, and then we're just going to relax, probably see a movie. Looking to, because there's a couple of movies out. Like Pixels is already out here, so hoping to see that. But apparently it's a bad Adam Sandler film, but I'll let you know, as I'm probably going to do. Yeah, so the rest of the trip, just to give people a bit of a heads up, is going to be a bit of travelling. I've got a football game. I'm going to see some baseball in New York. There'll be theatre shows, I'm definitely sure. There's a Shakespeare coming up. There will be a LARP, or two LARPs probably, which we're looking at getting to. So, and the girls, I'll try to see if I can convince them to talk about the LARPs that they go to. Because Luke and Megan and Leah and I are all going to some different LARPs, so getting some different experiences. Yeah, so look, I hope you're enjoying these things, and look, I'll just keep trying to post them as I go. Alright, stay tuned. Ciao for now.